Welcome to 5 Minutes With, a podcast where we connect with team members from across the country about their journeys, life stories, and whatever else that comes up. I'm your host, Yosef Saleh, and it only takes 5 minutes to connect. Let's welcome today's guest, Diversity and Inclusion Manager from California, Tania Goodfried. Hi, Tania.
Hey, Yosef.
So, Tania, I actually hear you're a movie enthusiast. It must have been tough not going to the movies during the pandemic.
Oh my gosh, it was brutal. Yeah, I would say I'm a total movie geek. I've been in love with going to the movie theater since I was like 7 years old. The pandemic was rough, not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, the theaters are open now, so I'm sure you're happy about that.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. In fact, when Orange County wasn't open yet, but San Diego did open their theaters, so we literally jumped in the car and drove about an hour and a half south just so we could see a movie, because I couldn't wait another week when things started opening up again. So
you drove an hour and a half. I would say you're an enthusiast.
That's fair. I'll take that. But I do like to also balance my indoor movie theater going with some outdoor activities as well, or adventures. So on a typical weekend, I might see a movie or two, but I'll also enjoy a hike or a walk.
Awesome. Well, Tania, you've actually been at HCA for about 9 years now in talent management mostly. How'd you summarize the tenure here?
Honestly, my time in talent management was pretty rewarding. I got to do some really great things with the talent management team. We built and supported development programs for many of our HCA team members throughout the years. Things like MLearn for management development, or our talent agility program, otherwise known as TAP.
TAP, yes, I've heard a lot of great things about TAP actually from the participants of the program. It sounds like it really helps them get a whole new perspective on their careers.
Yeah, that's great that you've heard that from them directly. It really does enhance the skills of our future leaders.
Great. And speaking of perspective, would you say that having a more varied and unique perspective at the workplace is crucial for our success?
Yes, absolutely.
And with that in mind, what's your overall goal for D&I at HCA?
The overall goal is really just to continue a culture of being inclusive, and we do that by championing diversity. So backing up a little bit, diversity, what that really is that's when we incorporate all of the elements that makes individuals unique from one another. We all come with different experiences and cultures and background, and then the inclusion part is really valuing and accepting all those differences. Another way to say it is that diversity is inviting everyone to the party, while inclusion is asking them to dance.
So we want everyone to be dancing with each other.
Absolutely. And if they don't know how to dance, let's teach them.
Great. Well, I'm sure no organization is perfect in their approach of D&I. What did you tackle first in your role?
Well, we started with the unconscious bias training, or are starting with it, because I believe that that's the foundation for the diversity and inclusion. So HCA has a really strong and diverse population. We just want to continue to make it even stronger by raising our awarenesses of unconscious biases and other perspectives that we may not initially recognize.
And I'm sure a part of that would be also building communities at HCA. And I'm hearing a lot about employee resource groups, or ERGs, that are forming at HCA. Can you tell us about them?
Yeah, sure. So ERGs are a big part of HCA's focus on D&I, as they are a fantastic way to bring ideas and voices from traditionally underrepresented groups. Especially during the times that we're going through now, they can really provide that extra support to everyone, because connecting is so important. So whether you identify with a group or you just want to show your support as an ally.
Okay, so someone that doesn't identify with that group, they could still show their allyship.
Yeah, absolutely. A great example might be maybe a male employee could receive an invitation to join the female ERG as an ally.
Oh, awesome. And so how do folks get involved with ERGs?
Great question. So we actually plan on announcing some of our recently formed ERGs very soon on Cube. But if you are interested, just email myself or the Diversity and Inclusion box for more information on how you can support.
Well, thank you for that plug. Well, to wrap up, what advice can you give our listeners?
So I know this sounds like super cliche, but in all honesty, I would say if you're passionate about something, stick with it. And if you can find others that share your passion, then that's even better. The world is so huge and life is too short to not be doing something that you absolutely love.
And it sounds like you're passionate about what you do.
I am.
Awesome. Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you to my guest, Tania, and our listeners for tuning in. I'm your host, Yosef Saleh, and it only takes 5 minutes to connect.